So after a test drive, started hearing a whirring, and pretty much knew it was one of the bearings, and it was loudest from this side. I was hoping to reuse the bearings that came with from the junkyard. Should have known. I even bought some new bearings, but figured I'd give these a shot. And one of the reasons why I didn't want to change them out was because these are repair bearings, where they put the bearing doesn't have a top seal, doesn't have a seal at all. It's part of the whole bearing, and they put the bearing actually outside, so it's on a different part of the axle. And I heard those are real hard to get out, so I was a little afraid of trying to remove them. But it turns out they're not hard to get out if you have the right tools. So obviously you need a puller, and you want to use these types to grab up in there. And I used the smallest one, which was a 1 1/4. And I knocked on it a few times, and it kind of busted out some of the rollers. And then you have to get it in behind the rubber. There's like a little rubber boot back there, and you have to get it behind there, and there's just a little bit so it could grab on. And the smallest one was the best one to do it. And let's see if I could show you the rest here, how to pull it out. I'll have to use this angle. So there it is going in. I needed to get it behind the rubber piece. Seems like it's there. Here it is.
Was there ever any doubt?
Alright, the passenger side did not come out as easy as the driver's side. In fact, passenger side is still in there. All the guts are still in there. So I think this is what the problem is I'm seeing out there, is that when you get to this point, it really just slips out. I moved up to the bigger one, and it pulled off the rubber. So I would, I'm guessing on the first attempt, the smaller one was pushing up against the rubber, and all the guts inside were helping it push out. So I would just kind of be careful, line that up. So now I'm going to see if the smaller one, I mean, it fits on there, but it is, let me get some better light. Yeah, it just doesn't want to grab. It's hard to do it with one hand. But it finally got it to move. So what I had to do is to use the smallest one, the adapter. That one's too big. And here's the one that's already used. That's the front of it, the back of it. I had to use those rings to pry up against. So you have to remove all. If you get to a point where it's just slipping on you, go ahead and gut it out and get onto those rings. There it is. So just to recap, this is the repair bearing. If you're at a state where it's not there anymore, you use the smallest adapter. And that pulled it out.